Good morning. So this video isn't going to be about makeup. I'm going to put on my makeup, but we're just going to do some real chat. You found it. Thank you. So my little grandson is on the side here. He likes to just play with my brushes and sometimes help me. But he might have an outburst. So if he does, that's what you're here. See, there you go. Yes. That's my brush. Yeah. What blue? This is blue? Yeah. So I'm not going to do nothing fancy today because I'm home and it's so gloomy. So the gloominess outside just reminded me of why I keep myself busy. And a lot of people wonder the same thing. Like, Tabitha, you're always busy. Why are you always doing stuff? Yes. You want me to open it? Okay. So, you know, I was a sports mom for a long time, and that always kept me busy. So the busier I keep, the less anxiety and depression I kind of can't think about it. So both my kids are now out of high school. The one is working and has a little one, and then my oldest one's on his last year of college. Well, with COVID, of course, sports haven't really been a big thing, so we haven't been able to actually go up and watch our oldest wrestle. So I've had to, like, for a little while there, when everything was in lockdown, I literally did like nothing. And for me, that just doesn't work well. Like, it just makes me more depressed. It makes me not want to do anything ever. And, you know, that's not good. So I'm just like, I've started to volunteer with our high school because I'm hoping one day. Yes.
Down.
You went down? Okay. Okay. There you go. So I started helping back with our high school team that my kids went to because, you know, I hope one day that my oldest son will take it over because, you know, that's his goal in life. So I'm hoping that happens. So I just want to kind of stay involved and just kind of keep it going, you know? Like, I want him to come into something that is it's always going to be exciting, but more like, I can't even think of the word right now, but so we're just trying to set in like little things like fundraisers every year and this and that, to where like when he comes in, it's kind of like automatic that everyone knows that's what's going to be going on. So that's actually one of the reasons why I like to keep myself busy, is because I get depressed. Yes. No, we don't play with that. That's not a toy. Everything's a toy to him. But so, you know, I suffer from depression, and on days like today where it's super gloomy and gross, it gets a little worse, you know, because everything just seems down. But it reminds me that that's why I keep myself busy, because everyone is like, you're always doing something. But it's because it's kind of like almost like self-survival, because I know if I don't, I'll be like a totally different person than what people are used to. And while that doesn't bother me at all, because I've learned a long time ago that I don't really care what people think anymore, because I've always been a giver. And I've always been like, okay, you know, want to take care of everyone. And, you know, it's gotten me in financial trouble before. Now I'm happy, you know. I've got a great job. Great kids, you know, for the most part. They, you know, are typical, don't like to do any cleaning or chores, but, you know, whatever. They're not in trouble and all that. So I have a lot to be thankful for. But I also know a lot of it has to do with the hard work that we've done and raising them and trying to instill and be role models. And by all means, I'm not perfect for sure. I like to curse. Not as big a drinker anymore as I used to be. But, you know, my kids have definitely seen some I like to call her Tab the Tank. They've seen a couple of those moments and are like, oh yeah, mom, seriously. So I try to keep her in check now. She's a little bit retired, but she does like to come out of retirement every now and again. But you know, I feel the struggle for anyone else that is like depressed and stuff, because then I think it's the stigma slowly goes away, because I'm usually pretty open about, you know, I'm on medication, not like anything too crazy, but enough to keep me in a good mood. Like if I don't take it, you can't notice, but it will catch up to me if I miss a couple days, like the next week, where I'll get like just this day of like wake up basically on the wrong side of the bed for no reason, know that I don't like anyone that day. And I usually try to be pretty open about that, because I'm just like, you know, hey guys, don't talk to me today. I kind of don't like anybody, so no offense. And you know, most people, for the most part, they think I'm joking, but I'm not. I really am not. Monday was one of those days, and I was just like, ay, ay, ay. But I feel you guys on that, and it's okay. You're not alone. You know, my mom is always like, why are you on medicine? You gotta get to the root of the problem. Blah, blah. And I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? Like, this is one of the reasons why people don't get help. You know, like, she feels like everything can be fixed by talking, which I'm an avid talker, and I have instilled in my children that you should talk things out, but sometimes it's just not enough. Like, it's not enough to just talk it out. Like, mentally, sometimes you need that little boost to be like, okay, it's gonna be all right, and keep you even, you know? Like, because if not, you kind of get in this crying. Like before, when I would try to go off my medication, I'd be at work and just be like, oh, and crying, thinking everything was my fault. It took my super friend to say, I don't want to try to upset you, but I think maybe you should go back on your meds. And of course I start bawling and crying, like, you're so right. You know, so I never try to go off them anymore, because I know I need them, and it's okay to need them. And I hope you all know that it's okay to need them, because we all have a different struggle. Whether it's people don't understand you, don't have much family, don't have much support, hate your job, jerk spouse or significant other, you know, just life beating you down, thing after thing. And, you know, some people think that I have this perfect life, which by no means I do not. I think they think that because I'm not very... my breakfast sandwich, can you shut that? I'm trying to do a video. It's okay.
Can I have it?
Sure. That was my son, so. But I just don't usually talk about it when things go wrong, because I just figure that's life and those things happen to everybody, so it's really not a big deal. But since I don't talk about it, a lot of people are like, man, nothing goes wrong in Tabitha's life. She's so lucky. She makes a lot of money. She drives a nice car. She has a great husband, and all these things. And while all those things are definitely true, it's not like I don't struggle. You know, it's a lot of hard work, and a lot of times I missed a lot of things. You know, my kids will tell you, like, I never missed their big events, ever. But I missed being home a lot because of, I put work first, because I wanted to get to a place where I could financially, like, stand on my own if I needed to. Because I've definitely been in situations with my husband where he was about to go. And I never wanted to feel like I had to keep him just because to survive. And I try to tell all my nieces that, and every woman I meet, like, make sure you can take care of yourself. Now, I ain't no man hater, not at all. Love men, especially my husband. And I love looking at a good looking man, you know, like Jason Momoa or Jensen Ackles. Love looking at a good looking man. And I love my husband dearly. But life happens, so you have to be kind of prepared to make sure you can take care of yourself, at least the bare essentials. And I know there's a lot of people that would help me, and I've had a lot of people reach out when I have been on that down kind of roller coaster part of life. But at the end of the day, I like to only be responsible to me, you know, and my kids obviously, but like I don't want to owe anyone anything. And I think, I feel people sometimes can hold those things against you. I don't like it, but you know, it's kind of human nature. But I really don't know the point of this video, honestly. It's just a little bit of real talk about all of it. But I just wanted to share with you all that little glimpse of my life, because I know nothing is always easy, and even when it seems like everything goes wrong at once, because that's usually when it happens, people kick you when you're down, it always gets better, you know, and sometimes you just really have to figure out what it is that makes you happy and what makes you feel good inside, and do those things, you know, not for recognition, but just that internal peace and happiness. And you know, especially if you have depression and anxiety, I know that can be super hard, because a lot of times you don't want to be around anyone, or you're not comfortable around anyone, and everyone's like, you're so outgoing, you're so nice, you're so sweet, but I'm really not. Like, if you don't say hi to me first, I normally won't say hi, because I'm so afraid to say the wrong thing. I'm a lot less like that now, but you know, my kids were in junior league wrestling forever, and I didn't know not one wrestling parent, even though the coaches knew my kids well, the moms knew my kids well. They had no clue who I was, because I would just kind of stay in the background, because I was afraid to be like, say something dumb or not fit in. And you know, once though someone starts chatting with me, it's like I won't shut up. Kind of like how you guys get to see me, because I don't know who's watching, so it doesn't really intimidate me much, and it makes me feel a lot better just to get it out. And even if no one watches it, it's kind of like my own therapy. So I enjoy just being able to do that part. And then if someone does see it and is like, man, she's for real, like, I know what she's talking about, I wish, you know, I could get out of it, and this and that, like, you can. Sometimes you just gotta figure out what you want to do, and push yourself a little bit further every day to like take those baby steps to get the life that makes you happy. And you know, that's not always, like, some of the lives that would make us happy aren't really feasible. Like, you know, I'd love to be sitting on a beach with a cajillion dollars in the bank and, you know, sip my cares away in the sand. But I know realistically, that probably won't happen. And even if it does, it'll probably be when I'm ready to like kick the bucket. So right now I just try to pay it forward, take it one day at a time, and just, I don't know, just try to remind myself that life is good even when it's bad. Because if you think about all the bad things that have happened to you in your life, something good came from them. They all brought you to the point you're at, you know. So, you know, you see a lot of the stories of comedians and actors and ball players and stuff where they legit had nothing, living in their car, and then they hit it big. And I feel like all those crazy hurdles You either met someone that helped open your eyes, helped you get to where you are, or, just fueled your passion to keep going. And even if they didn't touch you like that, you possibly touched them to where they turned it around, or they started something that made them happy, or got into volunteering and helping others. So it's kind of just like all those crazy things have put you in the spot you are now. Good, bad, or ugly. They're still shaping you too. So, we were poor as kids. Single mom. She had 4 kids. She liked to date losers. Yeah. And usually marry them. But, all those crazy things of, just nasty dudes like that really didn't want kids around, but wanted my mom, just made me realize, like, I am not gonna settle for somebody that wants to put their hands on me, talk to me like I ain't nothing, and treat me as if I need them. So even though those times were tough and you think back at them, you're like, oh my gosh, how did I survive that? I'm here right now, and no one can take credit for it. There's only a handful of people that I owe what I feel anything to. One is my grandma, because she let me have her car when I was younger so I could get to college and work and everything like that. So my grandma, always owe her, no matter what she needs. I don't care how long. I don't think I can ever repay that, because it helped lay the foundation for where I'm at. And where I'm at, never thought I'd be in a cajillion years. Like, thought I would make great money, do what I like. I say like and not love because, it's work. Do what I like, really feel successful. And, I owe a lot to my mom, obviously. She birthed us, and even though we struggled, I never saw her really get down and out about it. So that was really inspiring. I think as she's gotten older, she's gotten a little cuckoo sometimes, but I love her to death. She actually works for me. I'm so hard on her. I know. I've fired her before too. I know, you're like, damn, you're ruthless. Sometimes you gotta be. Like, people will take advantage. Family, friends, strangers, and you just gotta be like, that's not what I need right now. This is what I need. And she understood. It wasn't just because she upset me or something. It was, because she knew I needed somebody to be able to support me, to support the company, So just take those, some people call them L's. I don't really think there's a L in life. I think there's just lessons, for sure. Some are very hard. Some are great and, make you ride that high for a while, and then boom, another lesson comes along and kind of knocks you down a little. But you just take those as they go and just realize it's helping you get to a better thing. Whether you're a hard learner like me, sometimes I have to learn the hard way, because I like to learn my own way. Or whether you, bounce right back up and just keep hitting the ground running. It's just don't stop. Don't stop, because you're gonna end up being a lot happier that you kept going versus giving up and throwing in the towel, because you ultimately are responsible for your happiness. And I try to tell myself that, because as a woman, I just don't love myself like I probably should. I don't feel beautiful. I don't feel worthy sometimes. And that might be shocking to some of my friends, but you know, I just kind of fake it. Like, I know I'm worthy, but that doesn't mean I don't feel not worthy or beautiful. So I don't have the answer to that yet, but I do know that if you don't love yourself, you'll never be able to let anyone else love you, because you'll always doubt that, why they're with you, or why they think you're beautiful, or why they love you. So it's almost kind of like a faith thing where you just gotta believe, hey, I am worthy, I'm beautiful, my heart's in the right place, I'm funny. Like, I always joke, it's a good thing I'm funny because I'm chunky, to say the least, but I'm hilarious. So sometimes I don't mind being the big girl. I used to hate it when I was younger, but of course I wasn't as, I feel like I probably would love being that size now, but I definitely was always bigger than everyone else. And I would get so upset, or I would question why a guy liked me. Like, why do you like me? Not skinny, not this, not this. But I had a great personality. It was funny. So I'm like, at least I do know that people like me for me, which is something. But, you know, we all know how that self-love thing goes. It's never good enough. We're never small enough. We're never pretty enough. We all know how that is. But I just try to support my friends and say, you are worthy, you are enough. Like, I wouldn't be around people that I don't feel can enrich my life in some way. Now, have I thought they could and then they messed it up? Abso-freaking-lutely. But I guess I was there for them when they needed it, and there were times when they were there for me when I needed it, and it helped me grow into other areas. So, like I said, always a lesson. Most people say a lesson or a blessing. I think it's just always a lesson. You get blessings every day. So it's a blessing and a lesson both times, because sometimes the blessing seems like, but you're blessed in, you know, either seeing someone's true colors and getting them out of your life, or blessed because it's putting you on a path to something different. So just keep that in mind if you're having a rough day. And sorry this video is kind of like all over the place, but I was just feeling kind of drawn to just chatting and opening up a little, because like I said, my life is not perfect, far from it, but I'm blessed and I am grateful, and I want others to be grateful even if they don't feel blessed, because they are. You are 100%. No matter what situation you're in, and there's some real shitty ones out there, I know, but you're blessed to be able to change that. And I hope that you have the support you need if you need to do that. But if you ever need to just say, hey, I got time for this, I need someone to just really pick me up, feel free to comment, you know, or find me on Facebook Messenger or on Instagram and DM me. It's TabF1980 on Instagram, and Tabitha Fleming on Facebook. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna accept your friend request right away, because I'm super suspicious and don't trust nobody. But if you message me and I read it and it's something, you know, I can obviously just listen, or, you know, tell you're doing a great job, then obviously I'm happy to do that, and happy to help in a way that if you don't feel like you have that already. So I have to get to work. I know I don't want to, but that's how I pay the bills, have what I've got. So let me hop off here, But thanks for listening, and I hope you have a super day. Just remember you're worth it, and if you're in a situation you don't want to be in, only you can change that. You just gotta get a plan into action and figure out what's next. It's never bad to have a plan. It's a bad way to look at life sometimes to always have an exit plan, but it is never a bad thing to know and just keep it in the back of your mind. So hope you guys have a great day, and I hope the rain isn't killing everyone else's vibe like it's killing mine. But I will talk to you guys again soon, and I hope you guys just stay safe, stay awesome, and I will drop another video whenever. I've got a lot of stuff going on, like 300 koozies I need to make for a wrestling cornhole tournament. So if you're in the Maryland area, Millersville, Severn, October 2nd, cornhole tournament at Hello's Restaurant in Millersville. Come see us, come support the team. And yeah, and then I got Disney shirts to make for one of my best friends. So it's gonna be busy. And my birthday's coming up. I'll be 41. Not too happy about it, but I'm like, at least I still kind of look young. But I know that'll go away eventually. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle that. So my mindset's still like in my 20s. But my body is like in my 80s, it feels like. Alright, well, now I'm rambling. I gotta roll. Have a great day, stay awesome, and I will talk to you guys soon. See ya.